have two choices. You can be the destroyer of this world. Or you can be its savior.
Heroes don't kill people.
Well, I do.
Black Adam. See the full trailer online.
Welcome back, everyone. This will be my new Black Adam trailer video. They released a new one at the NBA Finals with a little bit of different footage, so we'll break it all down. We also learned a little bit more about what's going on with the villains during the movie and how that ties back to Black Adam versus the Justice League and Black Adam versus Darkseid and Black Adam versus Superman. Pretty much it's Black Adam versus every major hero inside the DC universe now. Like, this is just the tip of the iceberg. If you smell what The Rock is cooking, he is cooking up a giant Royal Rumble against the entire DCEU now. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. But in the new trailer footage, we see Dr. Fate talking to Black Adam, trying to convince him to help the Justice Society stop Intergang, who we now know is this main tech-based villain here, and the Sabbac villain, who's like the more supernatural threat that Intergang is trying to take advantage of. Intergang seems like the group using this advanced-looking ship, like Hawkman has this advanced Thanagarian nth metal ship. Intergang is also using advanced technology, but it's not the exact same technology, it just looks a little bit similar. I'll explain where they would get that from. Like, Hawkman's ship comes from a completely different race of people that are way more advanced. Intergang's technology comes with some bargains, quote-unquote, that they make on an intergalactic level with some really big DCEU villains like Darkseid. Everybody wondering after the Justice League Snyder Cut when we're going to see Darkseid again in the DCEU. Don't worry, I'll talk about him in a second too. But the soldiers putting this person in cryo from 5,000 years ago is Intergang. That's what those symbols on all their arms are, on all their bikes are. You see the same symbol on the thugs here in the street when Black Adam is doing that hilarious takedown. Just gonna punt you a couple miles out of the way. The figure that they're putting into cryo here also does look almost exactly the same as Black Adam does in the flashbacks to Kahndaq 5,000 plus years ago, but it's not the same figure. As swole as he looks, he is not nearly as huge as The Rock is. But he has the pendant around his neck, he has the same garb on, he has the same wraps around his arms. Black Adam has the same wraps on his arms when he's clutching this woman who's crying. That's supposed to be Black Adam's wife 5,000 plus years ago, and it sounds like their son has just died. It's no coincidence that she looks extremely similar to Adriana Tomas in present day, and that's Sarah Shahi's character. It's one of the reasons why he develops a connection to her in present day. Now, she obviously is the person who frees him from his magical prison that the wizard Shazam put him in, so obviously he would feel some kind of connection to her. But she also looks almost exactly like the wife that he lost 5,000 years ago. This younger boy here seems like he's going to be a surrogate for his young son too, like he'll look similar to Black Adam's young son, or he'll think of him that way. And that's why he wants to protect them. They'll probably be the ones to help convince him to do the right thing, at least temporarily, during this situation with Intergang and the Sabbac villain. But it sounds like what Intergang is trying to do is use this crown in his tomb, which I believe is supposed to be the crown of Sabbac, to basically give this figure here that they're putting into cryo the same types of powers that Black Adam has, and that Shazam has, so that they can use Sabbac's power to eventually take over the world. Sabbac is basically like a magic-based Shazam villain, but he's a demon instead of being a god. So like Shazam gets all these powers from these gods, the same thing happens with Sabbac. He can grant all of his power to this person on Earth like an avatar, but he just happens to be a demon who's really evil, who wants to take over the world. So I think you have this idea that Intergang is trying to use his power to take over the world, and he's also secretly using them. Like, I will give you my power to take over the world eventually and get rid of this Black Adam figure, but I'm also kind of pulling a double cross on you so that I can take over the world. So I believe that Sabbac is really supposed to be the main villain of the film, not just Intergang. Intergang is sort of like the mid-level boss. There's also another new scene inside the Hall of Justice, inside their mansion or their main base, with Dr. Fate sitting around the main table in their meeting room, talking to the newer younger members, Atom Smasher and Cyclone, about what's going on. One of the funny things about him carrying around the Helmet of Fate with him isn't so much about him protecting the powers of Dr. Fate or protecting the Helmet of Fate. It's not that he's trying to prevent someone else from stealing those powers from him. One of the funny twists of the Dr. Fate character is the powers of Dr. Fate are basically a curse. You basically form a contract with Nabu, this avatar of the gods of order. He basically winds up taking over your body, like you gain all these powers, but for the most part, you're kind of forced to do whatever he wants you to do. And the only way to end the bargain with him in stopping Dr. Fate is for someone else to take up the mantle, kind of like taking up the curse. So Dr. Fate is trying to prevent other people from being taken by that. Like, no, you don't want to touch this. You don't want this power. It's not good. But talking about Black Adam versus the Justice League, you probably remember the video from a little while ago where the Black Adam specifically puts the Justice League, all of them, on notice. This is the clip of him talking about that.
But before I go, I want you guys to help me out with something. It's something that's pretty important. I need you guys to help me get a message out to some of the other ones. Some of the other DC superheroes. Let's let Flash, Shazam, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman. Let's let them know something. Things will never be the same because the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change.
A lot of you now asking, why didn't he mention Cyborg when he was challenging the rest of the Justice League? There could have been a bunch of different reasons for that, but it is kind of funny that he did not mention Cyborg when he was doing that. But the cool thing is that Zachary Levi, many times in the past couple years, ever since that first Shazam movie, has said that they plan on putting Shazam on the next version of the Justice League. And now that we have Black Adam, and he literally just put the entire Justice League on notice like he's going to fight them all, it sounds like Black Adam is going to be one of the villains of the next Justice League movie. And when I say the next Justice League movie, I'm not talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and Justice League 3. He was originally going to do a trilogy. I did a full breakdown of the plot of those movies because he basically revealed all the concept art and the story of what that would be. So I'll put a link for that down in the description below. And the next version of the Justice League that we see in the movies will be completely different from that. Black Adam has previously been a member of Lex Luthor's Injustice Society and Legion of Doom. Now, at the end of the Justice League Snyder Cut, he's actually teasing the Injustice League, not the Injustice Society. Slightly different organizations, but not the exact same thing. Like, there are a couple main evil organizations inside the DCEU. The whole connection between Black Adam and Darkseid is that Darkseid usually winds up being the person controlling Intergang through his agents like Desaad. Like, Intergang is an intergalactic villain organization with ties to other planets like Apokolips and Darkseid. That's where they get a lot of their advanced technology from. Usually Darkseid uses Intergang as his pawns to take over the Earth, slowly preparing it for eventual takeover in a more insidious way, as a way to avoid another all-out massive conflict with the Justice League and the other combined superheroes of Earth, like the Justice Society, the Shazam family, the Amazons, the Atlanteans. If he were to bring his forces back to Earth, the same thing would happen again that we saw during the Justice League Snyder Cut, like they would all have an all-out war with him again. So in the comics, he has all kinds of irons in the fire, trying all kinds of different ways to take over the Earth, playing four-dimensional chess with the other heroes. Intergang, Desaad is just one of those groups of characters. And if it wasn't clear, during the Justice League Snyder Cut, this character here is meant to be Desaad. And if we're talking about villains in the Black Adam movie, another big connection back to the Shazam family is that Dr. Sivana was part of Intergang. And even though Lex Luthor led the team in the comics, they might swerve on that in this movie because they set him up basically as the leader of the Injustice League, so they might just say that Intergang has ties to Lex Luthor's organization and get some of their technology from him. Because of course a character like Lex Luthor would be funding all kinds of shady stuff all over the planet. But in terms of Black Adam versus Henry Cavill Superman, separately, when he was calling out the Justice League, he also had a separate clip where he was specifically talking about Black Adam versus Superman. This is the clip of him talking about that.
You know, I always thought that it might be cool to hang out with Superman. That would be cool, right? I mean, we're kind of similar in terms of our powers, our strengths, our speeds. Because look, at the end of the day, you never know. Black Adam and Superman could become friends. Or they won't. Who knows? Maybe we'll see.
The funny thing about that is that you may remember a couple years ago, before they officially announced the film, before there was ever a trailer or anything like that, The Rock sounds like he'd been pitching a version of the movie to Warner Bros. Executives about him versus Henry Cavill Superman, instead of against Intergang with the Justice Society. Because a couple years ago, before the film actually materialized, before they started filming it, he actually commissioned some special art from Boss Logic, specifically with him fighting Henry Cavill Superman. It sounds like he did some of that just to pitch the idea to Warner Bros. Executives, like, wouldn't it be cool if we saw a Black Adam vs. Superman movie? Why don't we do that? I think the main reason why they didn't start out with Black Adam being a Superman movie, like Black Adam vs. Superman, is because of what was going on with Henry Cavill Superman inside Warner Bros. And all the turmoil that was going on between the buyouts and all the different executives coming and going. And it sounds like they just weren't sure what the future of Henry Cavill Superman was going to be, but that was a couple years ago, cut to now, and it sounds like they're really hot on bringing him back. So the odds of them actually doing this Black Adam vs. Superman encounter in the movies just shot up like 1,000%. So if you spotted any other Easter eggs in the footage that I didn't talk about in my last couple of trailer videos, just write them below in the comments, and I will do more Black Adam videos as we get more footage, we learn more about what's going on in the movie, and him versus the Justice League. Can't wait to see him put the beat down on the Shazam family in the Shazam 3 or whatever that winds up being, and against the Justice League in whatever that separate movie winds up being. Everyone, click here for my other Black Adam trailer video, and click here for my brand new Thor Love and Thunder trailer video. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.